This short video will give you a brief overview of H5P software. Piece of software that I found really useful for adding interactivity to instructional videos, just making them that much more engaging and interesting for learners, and giving them the opportunity to self-test their knowledge and to do a bit of independent learning. So on the home page here, you'll see that there's the option to create a free account. And also you'll see here information about the software and its capabilities. I would suggest jump right in here, just click on Get Started with H5P. It'll give you some information on the range of interactive content that you can develop, and also where you can host this and support this. So it just gives a list here of the website development platforms and VLEs that are compatible with H5P. From here, I would say if you click into examples and downloads, you'll get good information here and guidance, interactive videos, course presentations, scenarios, different content types. And if you click in here to interactive video, which is what this guidance is going to focus on, it will give you an example here of an interactive video, and just from where you can familiarize yourself with the interface. So you can create a free account here, or in my case, I'm actually going to log in. And once you're in, if you go to contents and create new content, you'll see now here a dashboard which gives you the option to choose the type of interaction that you want to add. And as I mentioned, we're going to focus on interactive video. So in here, first of all, you need to upload or embed the video that you're going to use. So just to note here that there's an upload limit of 16 megabytes, which is really quite limiting for video, but you can actually get past this by the option to add a YouTube video. So you can create a free YouTube account, upload your videos there, and then you just put in the embed code or URL into the software here, and you're now not limited to the video size. In here we have behavioral settings. This gives you a number of options around where to start the video, whether you autoplay and loop, etc. Now I would say, in my opinion, one of the most significant ones here is this preventing skipping forward in the video. So this combined with a retry button is a really good method for, I suppose, controlling the interaction of the users. So if you want to make sure that they're actually not skimming through the video, that they're paying attention to the content and taking the time to get good scores on the tests, what you're doing here effectively is preventing them skipping forward, and the retry button allows them to go back and try tests again, or to go back in the video to review the content so that they have a better chance of being successful completing the tests. So next we can add the interactions. You see now here, this opens a new window, and you can see the screenshot from the YouTube video now displayed in the window. And also here along the top, we have a series of tabs, and these are the types of interactions. If you hover over them, you can see label, text, table, link, etc., statements, single choice set, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, drag and drop. There's multiple types of interactions. For the purpose of this guidance, we're going to focus on the single choice set. So if I click in here, it opens a new dashboard, and here you can enter your start and stop time. So you want to be picking the appropriate points in the video to insert your interactions effectively. There's also the option here to pause the video. This is really if you're looking for somebody to achieve a full score before they progress, you need to have this clicked here to fulfill that function. So you can display the interaction either as a button or as a poster. So the poster is just an expanded version, expanded interaction displayed directly on top of the video. The button is just a smaller version. You can label that and title. You can title the single choice set, which is handy sometimes if you're looking to retrieve it later. And then you have your list of questions. So you enter your question, and then you have your alternatives or your answers. The answer that you enter in the first box is always the correct one. The software itself randomizes this for the user, so when they're interacting with it, the correct answer will be randomly sequenced in the interaction. So you can add answers, so you can have as many answers as you like for each of the questions, and you can add questions until you have the size of test that you want to have at that point in the video, effectively. Now here, really important here is that you can actually provide really comprehensive feedback, and you can add this within a score range. So you can add a range of scores. You can do this manually, as I'm showing here. And for each of these score ranges, you can fill in separate and individual feedback. So for example, here in the lower score ranges, you might put in something like, well done, why not have another try, or, you know, hard luck, whatever it might be in the lower scores, maybe hard luck, try again. If they've scored a higher score here, but you're looking for them to go back and get perfect scores, you might say, you know, well done, why not try again until you get a higher score. Now there's also an option here to distribute evenly, which is really handy. If you confirm that, it's actually will divide the score range proportionally across the number of score ranges that you selected. And in here you also have behavioral settings, and you can enter the timeouts here for correct answers, for wrong answers, sound effects, retry button, as I mentioned already, and the pass percentage. And there's also adaptivity available here. The actions on all correct answers and on wrong answers, and messages that you can leave here, and then you can require full score for task before proceeding. I mentioned that in relation to the pause button. If you're selecting this, you need to have the pause button selected also. So that's basically adding a single choice set interaction. So you click on done when you're finished, and you also then have the option to include a summary task at the end of the video. Again, you can title summary. You can also include some text if you want to provide some context for the user. And then you have a list of statements. And the first statement that you enter in the first input box, that's the correct statement. But again, the software randomizes this for the user. And you can add statements until you have a series of statements where you're asking the user basically to choose the correct statement. And you can keep on adding statements until you have a series that you are comfortable really covers all the key learning points in the video. So it's a good kind of a summary test at the end for the learners to get a sense of what their understanding was of the content in the video. And again, there's same feedback option as for the single choice sets. And you can actually enter here at what point towards the end of the video that this summary task displays. Again, behavioral settings, as I mentioned previously, are here, including the prevent skipping forward in the video. So when you're happy that you have all your content in and inputted, you can click on save. Don't be too concerned here about how correct it is. By saving the video, this allows you to run a quick test on it, and you can pick up any errors or edits that are required, and you can go back in and edit the video and make any alterations that you might need. Best of luck trying out the software.